Hey guys, my name is Kyle. I'm bringing you a deck check on a deck that I've been working on. It's called the Ruthless Secrets. So, to start out, I have 2 Avenges, so I can get them off my Mad Scientist. You need at least 4 secrets whenever you run him, at least 3 to 4. I think Avenge or 2 of them is one of the best ones to have. Redemption is another great card to have for 2 secrets because it brings a minion back to life at 1 health. And with all the Death Rattle creatures in your deck, you really want it. On a Creeper, Harvest Golem. You have Tyrant Forging that comes back with the bubble on. You have a Sunwalker that comes back with bubble on. Sludge Belchers, Karen. It all just works out really well for you. And then we have 2 Equalities, standard anti-Paladin deck. Haunted Creeper works well with Redemption, and it's a really good low drop to keep playing. Mad Scientist, like I said earlier, works well with Secrets. Perfect just to go down. Most of the time you want to be getting Avenge off your Secrets, but if you get a Redemption, it's not that bad because you can always just play a Harvest Golem on turn 3. If you play in the game, you can just always play something else and get it back pretty much. Then Outdoor Peacekeeper, another core Paladin card, keeps big minions low, and you can trade efficiently with them. Harvest Golem, stickiest minion in the game almost, really good. Works great with Redemption and Avenge. Then we got True Super Champion, another core card for all Paladins basically. Consecration, great AoE, 4 mana, 2 damage to everything. Just amazing, pretty much. Defender of Argus buffs up our little like spiders, our hero power, buffs up Harvest Golems, second half of Harvest Golems. It's a really good card for this deck. You're always going to be spawning minions with their hero power, so pretty much just really good for you. Then we got Lotheb and Spellbreaker. Spellbreaker is a really good card because it's a 4/3 on the field and it silences a minion. We really don't want to fit more 2-drops in there because we want to be dropping, like, I ran Owl for a bit, but I really like Haunted Creeper and Mad Scientist for my 2-drops and my quality. Like, sometimes you just have too many 2-drops. I almost have my bar filled up, but 4-drops is not that bad because you have not that many minions in your 4-drop slot. So we got Lotheb here, which is one of the greatest cards at an axe. Pretty much just 5/5, enemy spells cost 5 more for 5. And if you get him off of Redemption, if you re-Redemption him, you don't get the 5, the Battle Cry, but you do get another 5/1, and people are just going to want to take him out again, which requires more of the resources. Sludge Belcher, by far, I think this is one of the best cards out of Nax. It's just amazing. It's a Taz Dingo that summons a 1/2. It just is so sticky, it hurts. And basically, what your goal play is to get like a Redemption down and then play Sludge Belcher, because right after that you get just insta value. You get a 1/2, you get your Sludge Belcher back to life, and then you get another 1/2. It's perfect. Karen is one of my new additions here because I think that he's really good with the fact that you can play him on turn 7 with Redemption up. If they try to kill the Karen, which they normally will, you get him back with Redemption and you get your Bane. So you essentially get 3 Banes, or 2 Banes, yeah. And then Sunwalker is another great taunter because the Divine Shield does proc back with the Redemption, so you have to waste 2 resources on it. Lay on Hands, the original deck I started with, I saw the deck online, I've been tempering it for a couple weeks. The original deck didn't run Lay on Hands, didn't run Spellbreaker, didn't run 2 Avengers, it ran 1 Redemption, not Redemption, but Repentance. Lay on Hands, I really thought the deck needed a way to heal and needed a way to draw cards. The original deck had a Loot Hoarder in it, and that's about it for card draw. And I really think this deck can as a mid-range deck, it can run out of gas really fast. And if you draw this on turn 8, it could just save you sometimes. You restore 8 HP, even though you have to pay 8 mana, and you get 3 cards. I don't see a problem with the card at all. I think it's a really good card, and I'll include it in all my Paladin decks, even an aggro deck almost. Tyrant Forging, one of my favorite legendaries in the game. Just Death Rattle good, Taunt good, works with Redemption, works with Avenge, just everything good about it. Ysera's another card that I used to run Harrison Jones in this slot to deal with all the hunters, but actually I found out that the hunter really didn't you only got Harrison Jones every couple games, and when you did get him, you'd be waiting for a hunter to play a weapon, and they wouldn't play a weapon sometimes, or they would just play a bunch of other stuff that killed you really fast. So I kind of dropped him, and this card was also put in for the fact they need card draw, and I really just like the fact that Ysera you get a card at the end of each turn, It's pretty much like the greatest card against Priest. Warriors have a hard time dealing with it. You can get either a 7/6 that's for 4 mana, which I think is really good because it gives you more minions to play. You can get the Laughing Sister, which is really good because it's like a Spectral Knight. You get Dream, which can kill people, and you get freaking the last one, which Nightmare, which you can kill more people with your stuff already on board. I think this deck is pretty good right now. Like, it can beat Hunters. I've tried it. I've had multiple games against Hunters. Maybe like against Hunter, the matchup's like 60-40 for me. Most of the time, if you can get a good curve, like the way this deck loses to Hunters is if you draw like an opening hand with like Redemption, Sunwalker, and then you draw a Karen Bloodhoof your next turn. So if you draw all your late game cards, you probably are going to lose to Hunters just because they are so, if they get their good fast start. But besides that, like Mad Scientist, Hunter Creeper, like you go turn 1, just play nothing. Turn 2, Mad Scientist, and like a turn 3 Harvest Golem. You've got control, you're probably just going to win on the spot. Like, even if your Mad Scientist gives you back an Avenge, then you can still hero power, and when they kill your Harvest Golem the next turn, you get a 3 or 4/3, which is basically another Spellbreaker. That's the deck. I'm playing a couple games after this to show on a video, and I think it's a pretty good deck right now. Like, it's really good against like Priest and stuff. Not the Zoo Priest that's been coming out lately, but the other Priest decks are really good against it, mainly because of Sarah. Warrior does fine against because it has so many like hard, sticky minions, and you can, as a Paladin, most of the time could just beat Warrior fairly easy to just playing everything and trading and killing their stuff really fast. Let's see, I haven't really run into too many mages with this deck, but mages I've beaten very, very easily just because of, yeah, you just play your stuff, they try to kill your stuff, you get bigger stuff, and they can't really do much except for Flame Strike, and then you just keep playing more stuff. And most of the time, you Flame Strike, and they Flame Strike, you have Redemption down, you get that big minion back. And a lot of the times, like, Flame Strike will be down, and I'll get Loath that back off of Redemption, and they'll be just endgames, and they'll like concede the next turn. I think other matches. Druid. Not too many Druids I've faced with this. Ramp is actually not that hard due to the quality combo. You just wait till they play some of their big stuff. You keep throw some Outdoor Peacekeepers down there to keep them busy, and then you just keep going. Quality Consecrator, I'm a quality Spellbreaker. They're 5/10s, basically. And so you might be noticing I might not be running a couple cards. Like, I'm not running the I can't think of the name right now. Wild Pyromancer. That's because I don't want to kill my own stuff, actually, because like Wild Pyromancer is really good in Control Paladin, but not in like any other Paladin, because it will kill your stuff and Secret Jump proc on your turn, so you don't want your stuff dead. And you're going to be like playing a couple minions each, not a couple minions each turn, but you're going to be having the board at least like 2 to 4 minions each turn. Like, most of the time you just want to play like Mad Scientist, turn 3, Haunted Creeper, turn 4, Hero Power, and then like another Haunted Creeper if you have one. You don't want to flood the board too much, but you do want to like tempo the board out with your 1/1 so you can get max equal or max Avenge and max equality value when you just equality down their whole board and kill, like trade it all with 4 1/1s. Yeah, so that's the deck. I think it's pretty good actually. Like, it really works right now with just everything going around. Like, the metagame is pretty slow, so you can like match Warriors in the mid-range deck. Shamans, you can match them easily too. They play Fire Elemental, you play Outdoor Peacekeeper. They play like, the only problem with Shamans is that they have a lot of hexes and a lot of like hexes and Earthshocks for your Kieran. But then you also just play like Sunwalker and Redemption, so that they like Sunwalker gets blown up by Earthshock. It dies. You redeem it. It comes back as a 4/1 with a Divine Shield on, and you just keep trolling along. So that's the deck. Thanks for watching, guys. After this, there'll be a couple videos to watch if you want to see the games that I have, and thanks for watching.